Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Anal with GMS. Welcome to another video. And as always, before I get started, I would like to give all glory and all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Yakakadash. Also, I'd like to give double honors to the head apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Excuse my voice. Peace, blessings, and safety to all sincere brethren. Aki. Keep believing and keep the faith, regardless of whether they hear or whether they forbear. My lesson will be taken prayerfully, as I've prayed always before I give a lesson, that the Lord speak. All right, because I can't do the speaking. The Lord has to do the speaking. So I always go into prayer and pray that the Lord will give me a message that will be good for his chosen people, Israel, and for those that and for the holy elect of Israel that he's chosen to save. All right, I know that there are some Israelites who will not be saved. They just won't believe. So I understand that there are some who are going to go down with Edom. All right, because they're going to serve the devil. They're not going to do what the Lord told them to do. But the Lord told the men of his of righteousness and holiness to preach and to blow the trumpet. All right, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to blow the trumpet, all right, to Israel. And hopefully, if it be the Lord's will, some will hear and they will be saved. That's my prayer for you. All right, so we're going to start at Joel, the 2nd chapter and the 28th verse. And it reads, "And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions." So the Lord said here that he's going to pour out his spirit, all right, on all flesh. And he said, your sons and daughters, they shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams. All right, I had an actual dream that I was hearing a trumpet blow a few months ago. So I said, wow, that's the Lord, he's blowing the trumpet. And then the next thing I know, the Lord had me preaching. All right. So that's how the Lord works. And then it says, your young men shall see visions. Yeah, that's what it says. All right. And then also that's pretty plain. So, young men, about you young men seeing visions. Okay, you're going to see things that the Lord's going to give you to see. All right. Some of it being visions that he'll give you directly. And some of it will be visions that the Lord will open your mind and your understanding according to the prophecy from those that he chooses to preach to you and open your eyes, through the Holy Spirit. All right. So it's two ways that could happen. All right. And it says, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. So the Lord said, I'm going to pour out my spirit on the handmaids and the servants and so forth. All right. And it says, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. So we're already beginning to see some of that, the blood moons in the heavens and fire and pillars of smoke. We see the Lord sometime burning down whole cities, even in 2024. And this isn't a case where where the Lord has delivered the righteous into the pain of death and so forth, into hell, as is said. The Lord hasn't risen up the dead yet for that. But God's bringing out his judgment on people every day. And sometimes you'll see and you read about the Lord sent a fire and burned down a whole city. All right, so that's happening. All right, we have record of that. Especially California is known for that, the city of sin. All right, and that's where they make a lot of these movies. Uh, of people doing a lot of abominations and so forth. Men with boys and women with women and all that kind of wickedness that's going on. California is known for making those type of movies, and the Lord sets it on fire as he sees fit. All right. And then it says in the 31st verse, the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. We've already seen that. We've witnessed that recently. The blood moons, that's what they call it. All right. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered, for in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So the Lord said, I'm going to call the remnant that was spread throughout the four corners of the earth. And then the remnant of Israel that went into slavery and was sold. All right, that the Egyptians sold to the Greeks and so forth. Assyrians, I'm sorry. Babylon and all those countries before time, they were sold into slavery. The children of Israel for disobedience to the Lord. All right, back in the beginning of time. All right, and then it says here in the third chapter of Joel, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Josaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. So the Lord said, I'm going to plead with them, all right, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So if you go into the 83rd chapter of Psalms, it talks about how they were confederate against Israel and how Israel was scattered among the nations and how they parted the land as well. And so even in 2024, the land is still parted to nations that were not originally from the land of Canaan, where Israel is. You have the Israelis over there, which are people from countries out of Europe, calling themselves Israelites. All right. And then you even have Israelites who are not holy, that God said he's going to destroy 2/3 of them as well. So the Lord said, I know the seed of Satan. So he knows who you are if you're wicked, whether you be Israelites or whether you be Esau. The Lord's going to take you down. All right, so I'm blowing the warning, give you at least you get a fair warning before he destroy you. All right, for your wickedness. All right, and then it says, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And we do see that. We see where they're grabbing children all across America, Mexico, you name it, all over the world, really, Africa, and selling little girls who are too young to know what's going on. So you have a trade for that all over the world. That's the kind of wickedness that these devils are doing, all right, where they're selling children to men, all right? And then the men are using them as harlots. All right, so that's wicked. It's extremely wicked. God's going to send you all to hell. You're going to pay for that wickedness, all right? And then it says, ye, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? and all the coast of Palestine. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? And all these countries that gather together, including Palestine, the Lord is sending judgment on them for what they have done to Israel right today. All right, they're over there in war and being bombed by the Israelis. All right, so the Lord's bringing out that judgment on them for their wickedness right now. And in many places across Africa, the Lord's bringing out his judgment over there in those lands for selling the children of Israel into slavery. That's happening as well. All right, and then it says, because you have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you said unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. And that's exactly what happens when the Israelites were sold into the Grecians and sold into slavery and sent over here into the United States by the large banking families of the Amalekites, who sold them, who took them across the waters and brought them to this daughter of Babylon, the United States of America, and they become greatly enriched, through taking their lands, taking silver, taking gold, murdering folks and bringing folks into slavery. The Lord said he's going to pay you for double for what the wickedness that you've done. All right. And then it goes on to say here in Joel 3 and 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So the Lord said, I'm going to recompense you, pay you for your wickedness that you're doing in the earth from the time of bringing them into slavery, even up to right now. So we are going into 2025, and oppression is still happening to the children of Israel going into 2025. The Holy Scriptures say, when the wicked rule, the people mourn. And that's what we see happening because of oppression of these devils right here in the United States of America and all over through NATO and all these countries that's mistreating the children of Israel even to today. All right. Walking over them like they're a piece of carpet. See? And the Lord sees all of that, and he's going to pay you and bring that back on you double for your wickedness. Edom. All right. Y'all white people in the United States of America, I'm talking to you. You're going to pay for that wickedness. All right. And it's going to come back upon your own head, and your children are going to go into slavery. Third and fourth generations of your children are going to pay for that because it's written in these holy scriptures. All right. And it says in the 8th verse, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. All right. And they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord hath spoken it. All right. The Lord said, I'm going to sell your children and your grandchildren through 3 and 4 generations out, the same way you did to the Israelites. All right. And you know what you've done. You know your history. All right. So you're going to pay for that. And your children's going to pay for it. All right. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. See, so the Lord is speaking this into action. All right. And the Lord is spreading his name in Paleo Hebrew throughout the whole world. All right, and they're getting this message. It's going out. The Lord said he's going to pay you for your wickedness. All right. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So the Lord said, let the weak say, I'm strong. So those of you who have fear, don't fear this devil. All right. Be strong. The Lord's telling you, calling you out and telling you, let the weak say, I am strong. All right. That's who he's talking to. He's talking to the children of Israel here in 2024 to teach your children this. Teach your children this that's written in Joel, the 2nd chapter and the 3rd chapter. All right. Teach them what's happening, what the Lord's going to do, and prophesy to your children so they'll know for years to come that the Lord has a recompense against the wicked for what they've done here in the daughter of Babylon and across the world to the children of Israel. All right. And it says in the 11th verse of Joel, the 3rd chapter, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. 12th verse, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Josaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord said, I'm going to bring judgment on you. Okay, this is the prophecy. All right, I'm giving you the prophecy of what's to come. All right, and it says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come and get you down, for the press is full, the vats overflow, for their wickedness is great. The Lord said, your wickedness is great, and he's the blood stinks in his nostrils of all the people that you've murdered and destroyed and took their land. You white people and you big, large banking families of this nation, the United States of America, you are going to pay for your wickedness that you've done. All right? The Lord said so. And everything that the Lord has said is going to come to pass. It's all come to pass for generations. All right. And then it says in the 14th verse, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. And this is what God has purposed on the earth, that they're going to pay for their wickedness against Israel. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of his children, of the children of Israel. So the Lord said that I'm going to be their hope and their strength when I bring destruction against you for what you've done to his wife, Israel, his chosen people. How that you've enslaved them and murdered their children and killed them and threw their children to alligators and cut women open, their stomachs open, and snatched their childs, and you hung their sons on trees here in the United States. You have it in your record books that that's what you've done in these colleges. Now you want to holler, oh, the Lord loves everybody. No, that's Lord, I hate wicked people. He don't love the wicked. We don't love you. All right, don't get it mixed up. The children of Israel hate you for what you've done. Don't get it mixed up. All right, and the Lord's going to repay you for your wickedness. So shall you know that I am the Lord, your God, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her anymore. So the Lord say, I'm going to bring full judgment on you for what you've done, for your wickedness that you continue to do and still oppressing his people here in the United States of America. And it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim. All right, so the Lord said, I'm going to restore Israel, and I'm going to have mercy on the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that you've scattered and murdered, taken their lands and all the wickedness. And the Lord is a Lord of balance. All right, just as you've done wicked, and the Lord paid, just as Israel did wickedness, and the Lord paid them for their wickedness, so shall you pay. Esau. Okay, I hope this lesson gets out to you. All right. I hope that's the way it gets to. So you'll hear the trumpet being blown by his holy prophets here in 2024. He's going to pay you double for your wickedness. All right, and I'm going to stop it there. Hopefully this lesson has been, give some hope to the children of Israel. All right. And also, so that these devils will know that the Lord has spoken. He's going to pay them for their wickedness as well. All right. Until next time, Shalom and a Bible ball.